Hello. I didn't know that I was already live. Let me know if the music is too loud. I really want to listen to music and do this, but if it's like overpowering, let me know. Also, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? I'm gonna write in this chat. Hello. Hello, Alexis. Hello, Angel. First like, woohoo, yes. So everyone can hear me. This is good. I'm so excited to be here. I'm always so nervous to do lives because I just don't do them very often. But I'm excited to, wow, hair, come on. So it's currently 7 p.m. in Seattle. What time is it where you guys are at? Hi, Aquarius. Ooh, hello. Well, I feel like I shouldn't pause. I should just kind of keep talking. I kind of want to just like chit chat with you guys on some of my favorite things at the moment. And then I can kind of hopefully like read some messages and have like kind of like a little Q&A. Also, I know I've already said this, but like let me know if the music is too loud and I can like turn it off. 9 p.m. in Houston. Cool. 7 p.m. in California. That's right. We are on the same time zone. I'm in Seattle. Hey, Sky. I feel like I see Sky pop up on my Instagram all the time. Hello. And Angel. Curious to know how many of you guys came to say hello from Instagram. I'm always super curious on that. So let me know. So I have been applying for jobs there. How do you handle the no sunshine? Such a good question because it has been raining here for like a solid week and it's been a little gloomy. So how do I handle it? I watch a lot of movies. I try to go out as much as I can because it can be so simple to just stay inside and not anything that can totally bring you down. So definitely force yourself to go outside because if you don't, it's going to be like you just get so drained and so tired. So definitely try to like go out as much as you can, even if it is raining. Like people go on hikes and people do all this stuff when it's raining, but it can be easy to stay inside. That is for sure. Let's look over here. It's 10 p.m. Okay, Aquarius. Phone interview coming up this week. So exciting. Okay, so YouTube notifies you. Cool. I know. I feel like YouTube hasn't been notifying a lot of people. At least that's what people have been telling me. So that's super good to know. Just moved to Shoreline 2 weeks ago from Tokyo. Oh my gosh, cool. Can't stand this weather anymore. I get that. There's a lot of people, you either like it or you hate it. And I can totally understand why you would hate it. Megan. Because I'm from Illinois, so it's raining in the morning, sunshine in the day, and snowing at night. But no sun seems hard. Wow, that's a lot of different types of weather going on. Yeah, I don't think the sun is really shined a lot today, which really sucks. But it's something that you kind of get familiar with. I feel like England would be similar. I feel like if people live in England, the weather is just similar over there. It's kind of gloomy. Summers are really nice, but then the winters, it's gloomy again. How are the winters there? I'm not the biggest fan of snow. The winters here are really, really great. Last year, it snowed a little bit, which, Jesus, I hated that. But this year, it hasn't really been too snowy. It's just a lot of rain. It's not like downpouring, but it's just like sprinkles, and it kind of just doesn't stop. So that's kind of how the winters are. It can get kind of cold here. I would say maybe like the lowest it's been is like 20, which that's cold to me. But also it's not like something that's going to stay for a long time. Like it's not going to be 20 degrees for like a month. Like it goes up and down. So if you're used to really, really cold winters, this is like nothing. But if you're used to like California winters, this might be like a little bit cold. I remember New Year's Eve in Seattle, it started snowing on us as soon as, oh my God, that's like kind of magical though, right? Like snowing at midnight. I like that. Very accurate on the weather. Today has been the worst. It's been so bad today, right? Like it's so snowy out and it's just not snowy, it's so rainy out and it just hasn't stopped. It's been so gloomy. California winters. I'm from Northern California. We get horrible winters. Oh, I'm sure. I love California. I feel like that was definitely we kind of dabbled with the idea of maybe moving to California when we first moved out here, and California is a very magical place. I feel like it's very expensive though. I mean, so is Seattle, but California is like its own thing. So I'm curious. I'm just gonna like ask you guys some questions because you guys are here. I'm curious to know like what you guys, if you guys have seen any good movies or if you listen to any good music. I would love to know what that is. Gus and I are gonna see a movie tonight. I think we're seeing. What are we seeing? We're seeing the new Wes Anderson movie. I'm like blanking on the name, but I really want to see that. I really want to see A Quiet Place too. I heard it's really good, and I didn't know that Jim, the lead guy or whatever, he wrote it too, which is so cool. Oh no, I keep breaking up. Let me shut my music off. Hey Google, turn my music off. Okay, hopefully that's like a little better. I didn't know if the music would be too loud, so I will just keep that off. Let me know if I'm breaking up anybody else. I know it's different for like wherever we are, wherever you guys are, but I hope I'm not breaking up. Casey Musgraves' new album Golden Hour is amazing. Ooh. Okay, I'll have to for sure look that up. Oh, yeah. So yes, A Quiet Place is a horror film. I don't usually like horror films either, but it looked really good. And like Emily Blunt and whatever his name is, they're like married in real life. So I gotta imagine they have really good chemistry. If you like kind of twisted movies, the Saw series is good. Ooh, you know what? I've never watched the Saw series. I really don't like scary movies, but some of them are really good. They have to be like indie ones because I can take those because they're a little bit more like, I don't know, chill. But I have not watched any of the Saw movies. Oh, Ready Player One. Yes. Okay, I want to see Ready Player One too. My mom saw it and said it was so good. So that was a different one we wanted to see. So I don't know. Maybe we'll watch that. I want to watch that one, but the new Wes Anderson one looked really good too. I'm like blanking on the name for some reason. Okay, cool. We got some more people in here. To older music, especially from the 90s and 80s, my favorite era of music, Motown and grunge. Is the vibe still in Seattle? I want to say yes, the grunge vibe is still strong in Seattle. It's definitely not as strong as it was in the 90s, obviously because Nirvana brought that here. But I think there's still a really good genre of grunge music here, which is really exciting because that's like what Seattle's all about. Into older music. Okay, so it's not really scary. It's more logic and blood guts kind of movie. Ooh. My manager wanted me to see Love, Simon, and honestly looks so good. So Gus and I saw Love, Simon last weekend. We had a lot to say on it. It's an interesting movie. I think it's definitely worth the watch, but I don't know. I'm up and down with it. Like, I think it has a really good message, but I think they left out some really important key things with a movie like that because it's an LGBT movie about a boy coming out, and I think that they missed the mark on some things. So definitely worth seeing, but it was okay. I would give it maybe like a 6 or a 7. What else? So I'm thinking of also making a video on like top 10 places to eat in Seattle. And I wanted to kind of make that more of a kind of like a vegan type video because I am vegan, but I realized too that not everybody that watches my channel and comes to Seattle is vegan. So I'm thinking of maybe um kind of doing like half and half, like 5 places that are vegan, 5 places that aren't vegan, because the food in Seattle is so amazing and I feel like you can get any type of food you want to get. So I'm trying to make a list for that, and I'm also trying to make a list of like different bars to go to because I know I get a lot of DMs on people that like want to come here and they don't know what to do or where to go. So I think that's like super important. Let me know if that's like something you guys want to see. I am trying to collaborate with a few different restaurants over here so we can like make a good video. Cool coffee places that aren't Starbucks would be cool. That would be cool, Brittany. The thing is, there's so many different like coffee places over here. There's a ton of Starbucks, obviously, because this is where Starbucks, originated. But there's a lot of really, really great coffee places that aren't Starbucks that I would highly suggest going to. I love Broadcast Coffee. Gus and I go there at least once or twice a week, which is really yummy. They have a lot of organic things, and they can make anything. They're super, super good. Hi, Rachel. Have you explored the Spokane area at all? That's where I am looking to move to be closer to family in Montana. I haven't at all explored Spokane. I feel like Spokane is pretty far, but I've heard really amazing things. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Gonzaga is over in Spokane. My boss's daughter is going there, and they sometimes like fly to go to Spokane. I think that's right. It's like 3 or 4 hours away. But I've heard really amazing things there. It's really cute, really beautiful over there. Are you into metal music because of the noise ring? Oh, because of the nose ring. And notice the black nail polish. I'm not into metal music really at all. Just, wanted a nose ring, and usually everything I wear is black, so not really into metal music. Although it's probably a genre I should look into because I like exploring other genres. Like I feel like I'm kind of exploring opera music, which is like super weird, but metal is one I like have not really explored. Have you ever had any popcorn from Kukuruza? No. Is that in Seattle? Is Kukuruza? What a fun name. Is that in Seattle? I love popcorn though. Pop punk is my favorite genre. So what would be like a pop punk artist? Like what kind of music would that be? Pop punk. Ooh, gourmet popcorn. Ooh, I'm gonna for sure have to try that because I love popcorn. Popcorn's like my jam. So pop punk. Lots of popcorn, pop punk, things going on. Seattle and Bellevue are the only 2 US locations. Japan has a few others. Oh, interesting. Seattle and Bellevue are the only 2 US locations. Weird. That's insane. Listen to In Bloom by Neck Deep. Okay. Neck Deep. Okay, so Green Day. I actually saw Green Day last year with a friend. I wasn't looking forward to Green Day because I'm not the biggest Green Day fan, but they put on a really, really good show. So I was very, very impressed with Green Day. Does Seattle have a Firehouse Subs? Does Seattle have Firehouse Subs? What is that? Is that a type of food? I don't think so. I don't think they do if that's a type of food. They have chocolate popcorn at Cinerama. They have chocolate popcorn at Cinerama. I have not been to Cinerama, but I need to go because I hear that their sound system is like incredible. Something I for sure need to look into. Favorite vegan wine? I saw you got back into drinking a few weeks ago. I did. So yeah, I took a long break from drinking and I started drinking just wine again. So I've just, a good cab is really good. That's really what I go to. Hello from Hawaii. Hello. That's so cool. I wish I was in Hawaii right now. Okay, so and it's like a Subway shop. I kind of thought that Firehouse Subs, that kind of sounds like a sub shop. You should check out Era. I think you would like it as far as metal. Okay, I will look into that. Firehouse is a restaurant. I feel like I've seen Rapper C Dog on here before. Hello. Firehouse is a restaurant. I wonder if we do. Usually I feel bad, but I usually drag Gus to vegan restaurants. We try to do new things, but Firehouse is a restaurant. What kind of food does Firehouse have? I'm so curious. Okay, I work at Firehouse Subs here in Vegas, and when they moved, they talked about transferring me. Oh, cool. So they must have one in Seattle then. I don't know what I'm talking about. They must have one over here. Check out Un Bien in Ballard. They're really good Caribbean food. Such nice people there. Ooh, okay. I need to check out Ballard a little bit more. It's weird because Ballard is so close to Seattle. I mean, technically it is Seattle, right? But sometimes it feels like such a trek to go from Seattle to Ballard. It feels like it's so out of the way, but once I get there, I love Ballard. But yes, I definitely need to check Ballard out. I also need to check out Wallingford and Fremont a little bit more. They seem very out of the way too, but now that I'm in Seattle, it feels like things that are really close are far away, which sucks. I get why people, when they're in Seattle, they don't really like travel outside of Seattle because it's like just a lot of stop and go lights, and it can be really time consuming to get from point A to point B, even if it's like Seattle to Ballard. It just seems like so inconvenient. But when I wasn't living in Seattle, I thought the exact opposite. I'm like, why wouldn't people just go to Seattle and Ballard? Like, it's not a big deal. And now I'm like, it's such a big deal when like so and so lives right across the street. Like, it's weird how that works. Have you been up to the Space Needle? They have a restaurant up there. I have been to the Space Needle. I did not go to the restaurant. The restaurant's pretty expensive, and I hear the food is really not very good. So I don't really have a desire to go back up there. I'm really, really scared of heights, so I don't I don't want to go back up there. But part of me is like I should go back up there because I didn't vlog it the first time I went there, and I would like to vlog it because a lot of people are curious on what it looks like, and I hate heights so much, so I really don't want to do that. Is it better to have a car in Seattle or use public transportation? Um, it depends. It depends where you work. I feel like you definitely do not need to have a car if you live in Seattle. It's not necessary. It's super nice to go on hikes or to go outside of the city, obviously with the car. But if you work in Seattle and live in Seattle, honestly, the public transportation system is so good. I won't even fret about not having a car. So don't freak out if you don't have a car. Obviously, having a car is nice, but it can be such a pain because parking can cost like more money. Like Gus has got his car broken into before. So there's things that you don't want to deal with when you have a car. And also, it's expensive to have a car here. You have to go through sometimes tests and whatever to get tabs, depending how old your car is. So it can kind of be a bitch to have a car here. Okay, there's a lot of questions. Let me catch up. um, where's the um Seattle restaurants never seem to know if wine they serve is vegan. So usually wine in I think is vegan. It usually just comes from grapes. Obviously, they can add things like if they add honey to the wine, then it is not vegan. But usually it's just some sort of grape. So usually it is vegan. But yeah, I'm thinking the only thing that they would add that wouldn't be vegan would be honey. But I'm gonna have to look into that because I'm kind of curious. I haven't really looked on the back of the label, which is not good. Got the YouTube notification. Okay. I work at the zoo up in Fremont, Wallingford. It's like 5 miles from here, but it's awful. Why is it awful? I mean, I've never been to the zoo. Gus has been to the zoo. I hear it's like very large. The zoo here is very big. Okay, visit us in Madison Park, super close to Cap Hill. It's super nice in the summer, and Lake Washington shorelines. Madison Park is beautiful. Yes, I will. I can't wait for the summer. Like, I'm ready for the sun to shine and for it to be warm. And like, I just feel like the sun has not hit me in a really long time, so I'm so excited for that. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Allison. Okay, let's see. The Space Needle has like half price tickets at sunrise and sunset. Really? I feel like that's the time you'd want to go. I guess it's probably not the most popular time. So half price tickets to the Space Needle at sunrise and sunset. That's really cool because those would be some really beautiful times to go. What museums have you been to? What museums have you been to? There is the EMP. Yes, I've been to the EMP. I have been to the art museum, like Seattle's the SAM. They have a Chihuly museum, which is incredible. The Chihuly Museum is probably my favorite museum here. Yeah, there's a bunch of great places over here. I really enjoy your videos. You answer questions and talk through how you're doing your makeup. Really? That makes me feel good. I'm planning on doing more of those in the future. Thank you, Jessica. I honestly, I wasn't, but I can. I really like doing those videos too. I just know that my demographic is half male, half female, and I don't know if I mean, I guess I shouldn't really worry if guys wanna watch those videos or not, but I do like answering your questions and doing my makeup because I coulda done that with this, like, I did my makeup and I coulda answered questions doing that too. So maybe I'll do a live and do, like, my makeup and answer your questions because that would be super duper fun. I got a totaled 6 months my car got totaled 6 months after moving here. Oh, my thing just moved. Oh my gosh. Moving to Seattle, I haven't needed one. You can go to the airport very easily and travel outside the city. Is very dual. So true. If you need to get to the airport, the light rail takes you right there, which is so nice. So you don't need a car. I mean, it's nice, but you don't need one. It sounds bad, but I haven't applied my veganism to alcohol because it's almost impossible. Interesting. Well, I need to check my alcohol now. How what is not veganism about alcohol? I'm so curious. I'm like, I might not be vegan because I might have been consuming meat. Very interested in that, Brittany. Popular, uh, popular something agents include blood. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Oh, blood and bone marrow, milk protein. Okay, egg. And fish oil. Oh my gosh. Well, now I need to check my wine. I'm very curious. These animal-based products used to be filtered the wine that might be getting absorbed in the wine in small quantities. I see, I see. And there's a lot of products too that on the back they will say like they can't say vegan because they come from a manufacturer that is that may contain eggs or like traces of milk. I'm not so vegan to that point yet where I won't eat like a box of cereal because it went through the same facility that milk products and egg products go through. I'm not there quite yet. So like if a product says that, like I will still eat it. It says, maybe just contains wheat, but might contain traces. I'm not gonna not eat that, so I'm not that hardcore quite yet. Um, let's see. Um, there's so many questions I need to keep up. I love Get Ready with videos. Oh, thank you. Okay, that makes me feel good. I feel like I should do more of those. I don't watch the makeup videos. Okay, so some people don't like them, some people do, but I love watching Get Ready with Me videos, so I feel like I should do those. Um, we got vampires, the whole Twilights, the forks, and forks. You can go see. Yes, we do have forks. What would you recommend to visit with kids 10 and 6? Ooh, good question. The music museum is so cool. I think that was the electric music thing. That is really cool. It's right by the Space Needle. It's super fun. And right next to it is the Chihuly Museum, which I don't know. I guess I don't know if kids would like that, but it's really beautiful. And they usually have like art type of demonstrations going on. When I was there, they actually had a glass blower there kind of showing people how to do it. And they also had, I feel like a kids thing there too, like where kids could interact with people. So that's a really good place to take them. And also the SAM is a really good place. I think it's only 3 stories, but there's always so many kids at the SAM. Like you wouldn't think like, let me take my kids to an art museum, but like kids really like that stuff. And they always have new funky things going on. And sometimes they have really cool exhibits too. So yeah, I feel like those would be really good places. What else? Man, that's a really good question. Let me think on that. But those are the places that come to mind at the moment. I want to learn more about makeup, but I'm not super interested in it, which is why I like your makeup videos so much because it's not just about makeup. Oh, okay. Thank you. That has me thinking now because I really love makeup too, but I never really go out of my way to like teach people how to do it. I recently discovered your page. My question is, did the city die out during summertime? Break like the classes are over and still really busy. So the summers here are incredibly busy, which isn't shocking, but it is. Obviously, people get out of college and schools, so like they have the summer off, but people are more likely to travel here. So that's why it can be a little bit more expensive to travel in the summer. The summers here are beautiful. Like you want to be here near the water, near Pike's Place. Like you want to do all that in the summer because it's warm. Excuse me. You can go outside. The weather is incredible. You can go to parks. it's so beautiful in the summer, so it's still very, very jam-packed in the summer, if not more so. The summers are incredibly busy. What is your favorite vegan food spots in Seattle? My sister and I love to visit new places every time we visit. Ooh, okay. So I'm thinking of making a video on this, but let me just talk about some of those because I don't know when the video is going on. Favorite places that are vegan. I love Veggie Grill. Veggie Grill is like the fast food of vegan food. Um, you can go, I feel like there's a lot of those all around. So I love Veggie Grill. I love Wayward Cafe is really good too. That's in Ravina, Northgate area, pretty close to Seattle. Plum Bistro is really yummy. What else? I have a whole list. I hear No Bones is also incredible. I hear that's very tasty. There's a lot of good places. The thing is too, I feel like with a lot of the restaurants, they'll have a vegan option. Like I feel like there's a lot of vegan people in Seattle, so I feel like wherever you go, there should be, fingers crossed, a vegan option. Jimi Hendrix and Bruce Lee Graves, you can go see. True. There are a lot of famous musicians from here. Check out Barnivore website for a list of vegan brands of wines, beers, and liquors. I am so curious on that. I don't know what the heck I've been drinking, and I need to figure that out. I just assumed, which I shouldn't have, that wine was vegan. Well, that is very interesting. I was there last summer, and everyone is out very busy. It's so busy because we are so like we're in hibernation mode in the winter in Seattle because it's so gloomy, it's so dark, it's rainy, and the minute the sun comes out, everybody's out. It's like we only have such a short period of time to take advantage of that. So that is why it's so busy. Seriously thinking of moving to Seattle sometime this year. Do you know how bad the traffic commuting into the city is if you live in one of the surrounding suburbs? It's bad. I don't want to sugarcoat it because I did it for a year, and if I had to do it for another year, I would not live here. So I used to commute from Tukwila, which is near Renton, basically Renton, I guess, Tukwila, Renton area, to Bellevue, and I also did Tukwila to Seattle for quite a while too, and it's awful. It's not fun. It's busy. 405 is bumper to bumper all the time, and that's like not that far from Seattle. Like Renton, Tukwila, that's not that far from Seattle, and yet the traffic is so bad. And I could just be a little baby about it. There's people that travel from Tacoma to Seattle, but like I'm not about that life. I do not want to live my life in a car. So in my humble opinion, it sucks. And if you can take the light rail, it's fine, but like it's still going to be jam packed in the morning, and it's just not the best situation to be in. Traffic is a real thing here, and I think people don't really talk about it, and they don't really think of Seattle being a heavy traffic city, but it is. Like traffic here is no joke. How long did it take you to get your first job in Seattle? It took me about a month to get it. When I first got here, I feel like I've already said this. Like I had $1,800 with me, and I had to pay rent with that and survive. And then I was like, if I don't have a job within a month, like I got to go back. So I got a job at Nordstrom's working for Mac Cosmetics, and I just worked until I got a different job. So it took me a month, and it's pretty. Once you get here, it's not bad. Like, it's so much easier to get a job when you're here because companies want to hire within like the city versus flying somebody out. So if you're feeling discouraged about like getting a job and you're somewhere else, just know that once you get here, companies are more apt to hire you because you're here. They don't want to fly you here and move you out and all that stuff. So just know that. Let's see. If you don't like the zoo, but you like music, there's zoo concerts in the summer. Cool, zoo concerts. Do you know if it's affordable to own a home close to the University of Washington? Like the videos, just found them and just found out I'll be moving there. Wow, so exciting. So no, I don't want to say that it's not affordable, but living over here is really expensive. I actually work in real estate now, and houses over here are incredibly expensive. and they just keep going up. So it's very expensive to live over here. It doesn't matter where you live. Um, they're so expensive. Like renting over here is expensive, but actually owning a home is so expensive. So I wouldn't say that it's affordable. It's going to be expensive, especially if it's close to the University of Washington, because a lot of people work and live over there. So God, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm so sorry. I just feel like the answer to that is no. Um, Wayward Vegan Cafe is such a good diner style vegan. It is so good. So unhealthy is so right. I feel like Plum Bistro is also so unhealthy, but it's so good. Moving to Seattle this Monday. Whoa, you're moving this Monday? That's incredible. Your videos have helped a ton. Oh, you're so welcome, Karen. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're moving over here. That's such a huge thing that's going on in your life. That's incredible. Juju Beat. Ah, yes. I think I've been to Juju Beat once. It was a long time ago though, so yes, I need to check out Juju Beat. I like work right over there, so for sure. It's a vegan place and they make juices, smoothies. Yes, I have definitely been there. I need to go back there though. It's so close to where I work. I don't know why I don't go over there more often. Traffic is bad. Thank you, Sky. Traffic is bad, right? Like I feel like nobody talks about how bad traffic can be here, but it's not. It's not a joke. It's a real thing. Do you plan on buying a place in the near future, and will that affect your decision to stay here long term? Just curious. I don't plan on buying a place anytime soon. No, I plan on renting just because I don't like being stuck or having the feeling of being stuck. And I feel like if I buy, then I will feel like really stuck. So, no, I don't think I'm gonna buy anytime soon. If I did buy, it would for sure affect me staying here. Like the minute I buy a house somewhere, like I'm planning on staying there for a minute, you know? What islands have you been to since you moved to Washington State? Super good question. I haven't been to many. I've been to Mercer Island. Does that count? Mercer Island, Bainbridge Island, and that's probably it. Yeah, I've been to those two. I need to go do a lot more though. Okay, so my mom and dad are watching. That's really cool. Thanks, guys. Okay. What's a good area near the airport where I will be working? Oh, like to live? Are you talking about to live? Offer letter you rent through apartments. Let's see. If you want to move to Washington, move outside Seattle. There's a lot to do within Bellevue, Renton, Tukwila, Redmond areas. There's beautiful parks everywhere. So true. I feel like Bellevue is a really good place to look into, especially for renting. You can get more bang for your buck, and it's a very like safe area over there. What else do they suggest? Renton, Tukwila. I didn't have great experiences with Renton or Tukwila, so I never tell people they should move there, but there are some great places over there. It's just the south side of Seattle is not my favorite, but it is definitely more affordable. And Redmond is great too. I feel like it's a little further to Seattle, but it's a very nice place. Have you been to the Amazon store yet? The Amazon Go store? Is that what we're talking about? Because I have been to the Amazon Go store. Nintendo is a great place to work. Dating in Seattle is a nightmare. If you're not into hiking or an engineer at Amazon, you're doomed. LOL. Yeah, dating in Seattle is a nightmare. I've kind of just given up on it. Not given up on it. It's, people here are interesting. I don't think everyone's bad, but it's definitely different dating in Seattle. I haven't been to Whidbey Island. It's super close and you can see whales this time of year, so I need to go to Whidbey Island. I will for sure be doing that. You know what? I feel like I just saw on the news. I don't know if it was Whidbey Island or where, but there were like killer whales just like doing their thing. It was so beautiful. I'm like, this is where I live, and it's so incredible. So there's definitely like a lot of whales and beautiful ocean life over here, which I would love to see. Let's see. What islands have you been to? Okay, I already read that one, but also keep in mind many rental apartments want an offer letter for you to rent their apartment. True. Any dating horror stories? Whew, too many. A video on that would be entertaining. Too many. The thing is, like, I've thought about making some of those, but I'm like, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. It's kind of a weird situation. I feel like I guess I could talk about one because the person definitely does not watch my videos, so I could for sure make a video on that. And make a video on a bunch of dating things because I feel like I'm very interested in the dating scene in Seattle, and it's definitely caught my eye, and I want to like do test runs like, oh, I'm going to go on a date and just see how that goes because the dating scene over here is so weird and different, and it's very easy to get ghosted on because people, by the time the date rolls around, they don't want to get up off their couch. They want to stay there because it's raining outside. So it's definitely not a great place to date. Let's see. Just came back to Wisconsin after a visit. I already miss Seattle. You're from Wisconsin, so cool. Yeah, Seattle's fun, right? I mean, in Wisconsin right now, it is just, there's a lot of snow, so I bet you miss Seattle because the snow I hear just keeps going, just keeps coming. Renton Highlands everywhere else is scary. Yes, I hear really good things about Renton Highlands. So I mean, if you're gonna live in Renton, I feel like that's a place. Killer whales frequent the San Juan Islands, which are really north of Seattle. They also come down to Tacoma. And wow, that's so cool! I want to see killer whales so bad. They're so beautiful. Um, TBT, when you stayed, I have. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have family there and I visited this summer. It's beautiful. Sorry you had a bad experience. It was such a bad experience, but the thing is, like, we didn't have any type of accommodation set up. It was very last minute, and that was our bad. So honestly, we could have done a lot more to make that situation better, but we just ended up kind of freaking out and finding a really shady place to stay. So I'm sure if we go back, it'll be better. Just no names. Yeah, I guess I would not give any names. No way. Whew, no way. I'm getting nervous thinking about that. The Seattle Aquarium is an area. The Seattle Aquarium in that area is really awesome and amazing. A lot of seafood over there. Okay, I am moving from New York City. I don't fear Seattle prices or traffic. It couldn't be worse in New York. You know what? That is so right. When I complain about Seattle, I'm like, well, people in New York, they have it 10 times worse. And I've met people that live here now that used to live in New York, and they're like, rent here, it's like no problem. Traffic here, no problem. So you guys are like doing it up. You guys are like beasts over there. Could not do it. Would only visit. Are you thinking of staying in real estate or doing something else in the future? I don't really do real estate. I do graphic design for real estate agents. So it's a super duper chill job. So I'm going to stay in it for a while, and then I guess we'll see. Do you feel like time goes by fast in Seattle? I feel like every time I visit, I feel like I'm not taking in all the experience and doing or seeing. I feel so rushed. I do feel like time goes by really fast, and this can definitely be kind of just drug on because the rain makes the days kind of mesh together. So yeah, I feel like my time here has been really fast. Gus and I have been here almost 2 years. In June, it's going to be 2 years. So like that feels so crazy, and it feels like that just went by way too quick, and it like freaks me out. Hi from New Zealand. Oh my gosh. Hello, Adam. That's so cool. I want to go to New Zealand so bad. Taylor and I feel the same way. How long did it take you to get hired from when you moved there on day one? So I talked about this a little earlier. It took me about a month to get hired to my first job. And then I was like, getting paid. So it took me like a solid month, I think. But I mean, it can take quicker than that. Like, don't get me wrong, it could take you a couple weeks. I've known people that get out here, they get a job within like 2 weeks, and they're good. So it depends what you're shooting for, What do you know about Olympia other than it's far? I've never got a chance to visit there last summer. How's the crime rate? I don't know about the crime rate in Olympia. Olympia, I think, is like a pretty cool area. I'm probably the worst person to ask about this. I don't know too much about Olympia. It is far. It's far, but I think it's like somewhat safe. I mean, I know it's the capital, but I just feel like it's not too bad. What did you know about Seattle before you moved here in Washington State besides the rain? I didn't know anything about Seattle. I figured it might be kind of similar to Minnesota and Wisconsin because I knew it had a lot of trees. Um, but I didn't really know too much. I didn't know that the summers were as magical as they are. So Frankie's actually sleeping right now. He does need camera time, but he is taking a nap. He's being a little grumpy, so I'm just gonna let him sleep. In the winter, does the snow stick or does it melt the next day? It melts within an hour. Like it barely sticks. Maybe a couple days out of the year the snow will stick, but it really doesn't snow too often over here. So the snow doesn't stick as much as you might think. Are there a lot of nice single people in Seattle that live by themselves? I heard it's a place where many people are single and live alone. I'm just wondering how hard it is to meet new people. It's hard to meet new people in Seattle. I feel like I said that so many times. It's really hard, but here's the thing. If you put yourself out there, if you go out, you do things, then it's not hard. Like there's so many single people over here, and the more single people that go out and do stuff, like the better it is. So just get out and do stuff and you will meet a ton of single people. I get the vibe that a lot of young people have a couple roommates in Seattle. Yeah, I can agree with that. How's the weather in July? Oh, the weather in July is perfect. That's like probably my favorite month out of the year. July is incredible. Okay, so I have about 4 more minutes on here. I'm gonna go for 45 minutes and then I probably have to shut down. So any other questions, let me know. Oh, I hear Frankie. Frankie's up. Let's go all out one day, a few drinks. That would be so fun. I want to eventually do a meetup. Like I want to meet all the people that have moved out here and I want to just like hang out with everyone because that would be so much fun. I would love to meet people. Good night, Sky. Yeah, enjoy the rain. It'll be really nice to fall asleep to. Yes, a meetup would be so cool. And I feel like a lot of people that follow this channel are really creative. I know a lot of people that follow this channel have really good taste in music, are pretty creative, and you guys have a passion and you want to move out here. And I think that is at least one thing that we all have in common. So meetup would be awesome. Have a good night. Okay, meetup like a year once I move there. Yes, once you move here. Best place for coffee in Seattle. I absolutely love Broadcast. Broadcast Roasters is really good. There's only a few of them over here. There's also a coffee shop attached to Moria Seal. I have a piece of hair. I just feel it. I feel it. And I feel like that coffee shop is really good too. Moria Seal is an incredible shop. It's my favorite shop in Seattle. It's just like a really cute, beautifully designed store. So if you get the chance, check out Moria Seal. And they just have a lot of cute things, a lot of, paper goods, a lot of shoes and clothes, and it's just really great. Hi, Bettina. Hello. Do you ever notice from your channel? Do you ever get notified? Oh, noticed. I have. I've had a couple people come up to me when I've actually been at Broadcast. I feel like people know that I live there, and now that I'm telling people that I live at Broadcast, because I'm always there, people sometimes come up to me, but I mean, I feel like I have such a small following that it's not usually a problem. Broadcast in Roosevelt is delicious. Yes. How is the public transportation in terms of buses, etc.? Do they pretty much run all night? They don't run all night. I think they stop running around maybe midnight or so. They definitely don't run all night, and even the light rail, I think that stops about 1-ish. So that is something I wish they would do longer because people are getting out from the bars, and it'd be really nice to have even the light rail bring people home versus any type of drunk driving going on or whatever. I know there's lifts and stuff, but sometimes the light rail, I wish that would stay on a little bit longer. Not a Seattle question, but how do you drink your coffee? Do you do you use vegan creamer? So I actually just do a latte. I used to just do black. Frankie is trying to get in. Let me grab him because I know some of you guys want to see him. So let me grab him. What is your deal, dude? Come on. Come on. Okay. Here. Look at Frank. Look it. Look at all your friends. Say hi. Okay, so the question was, how do I take my coffee? So usually I drink like a latte, and I will just add almond milk, and I will make sure that the little pump of syrup or whatever I get is vegan, because sometimes it's not. So usually I'll do like a hazelnut, or I will do what did I do today? I didn't do any syrup today, so it's just like coffee and almond milk. That's usually what I do. Broadcast is so good with vegan types of coffee. They have mochas that are vegan. Really anything that you ask for, they can almost make vegan, which I love. Okay, I second and third, fourth the meetup. Thanks for your time. Oh yes, okay, so we need to do a meetup. Would you ever do a vegan mukbang? I don't know what mukbang is. It is like so trendy and everybody's on that. But I don't know what that is. I need to like get onto it. Do you see Seattle as a long-term place to live, or you've been looking for a new city within the next couple of years? To be honest, I'm always looking for a new city. Just because I can be kind of like I just want to like move and check out new areas, but I love Seattle. There's a part of it that like it will always be kind of like home, even though I feel like I don't have my my tribe here quite yet, but I'm always looking. I mean, I think it's it's fun to check out new cities and do stuff, but Seattle's kind of like my thing right now. Have a good day. Okay, so I need to kind of wrap this up. I've been out here for 46 minutes. I feel like I am boring people, so I'm gonna check out. It was been like so great talking to you guys and chatting with you. I always love doing these. I'm doing these once a week. I feel like weekends are good to do this. Let me know what you guys think about that. Last time I did this, it was on Wednesday. So I'm kind of loving this. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for coming out, and I will see you guys later. Bye.